All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, or Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back at another video. It's going to be on another entry to the Greatest of All Time Series Super Bowl Week Edition. It's going to be on Super Bowl 42, the undisputed, unquestioned greatest Super Bowl ever played. And look, let me say this. There's going to be a lot of people in the comment section saying I'm being biased. I'm a New Yorker. I'm a Giants fan. You got to be objective. You're not being real. You're a Brady hater. All that. Oh, look, you don't like it, go to another channel. Okay, look, I've tried to keep objective I keep it objective and honest as I can here. Okay, but I love my New York Giants. But this is to me the greatest Super Bowl I've ever played. You can say I'm being biased all you want to. I don't give a fuck. It just is, just the hype, the two teams going into it, and then the results. Okay, let's give it the backdrop. The 2007 Patriots were, up to this point, the greatest offense of NFL history. They broke the GSOT, the Greatest Show on Turf, the 99 Rams record for points. They were undefeated. They were 16-0. Yeah, Tom Brady was MVP, had 4,800 pass yards, 50 touchdowns, 8 picks. Randy Moss had a career resurgence after 2 bad years in Oakland, playing for the Raiders. He had a young dude that came out of nowhere with Wes Welker. In the defense, you had Rodney Harrison, you had Teddy Bruschi, you had the late great Junior Seau, you had Asante Samuel. The Patriots, and of course, it's all after Spygate. So, you guys cheated. You guys only were dynasty because you cheated. You stole signals. The Patriots were kind of motivated. It's like, okay, y'all saying we cheaters? We can only win the cheating bet. Let's see we'll show you what we're gonna do. And they dominated teams in the regular season. Patriots were running up the scores on team that season, man. And of course, they played my New York Giants in the regular season finale and beat them 38-35. That was a game where Brady broke the touchdown pass record, and Randy Moss set the single season record for receiving touchdowns with 23. Randy Moss has the receiving record for touchdowns this season to 23 by a rookie at 17. Okay, and of course my Giants, we were a team. We got ran into the playoffs by Tiki Barber the year before. Tiki retired, and he ran his mouth. He talking shit about Eli in the Giants locker room that year. So Tiki's kind of not well liked in Giants Nation. Doing criticizing Eli. Eli stood up for himself. Good for him. But we started out and Michael Strahan decided to come back for one last try. Now, it didn't start good either. We were 0-2, lost to the Packers and the Cowboys respectively. Two teams that go 13-3 in the regular season, be the 1 and 2 seed, and teams we would see later on. And that's kind of the crazy thing about New York Giants Super Bowl wins. You look at all Super Bowl wins, we played our teams, the teams that we beat, we played them in the regular season. 86, we played the Broncos, beat them. 1990, played the Buffalo Bills, lost. 07, played the Patriots, lost, of course. 2011, played the Patriots and beat them. 2007, we played the Packers and the Cowboys and lost to them in the regular season, but played them in the division round conference championship game and beat them. Ain't that some shit, Played the Dallas Cowboys in that divisional game, which is a great game, by the way. Then played Brett Favre and the Packers. Brett Favre giving it one more try with the Packers. Played him in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. And, of course, he did what he always did. He threw the pick to Corey Webster at the end of the game and kicked the field goal to send us to the Super Bowl. Shocked the world. We were a wild card team with 10-6. Played Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay beat them. Played Dallas, and Dallas beat them. Played Green Bay, and Green Bay beat them. The Patriots, of course, they cruised through the playoff. They played the Jaguars in the divisional round. Let me say this. In the previous video I did on Super Bowl 43, I said that the Jacksonville Jaguars played the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC divisional round in the 07 season. That's a lie. I'm sorry. I mistaked that. They played Pittsburgh in the 2007 AFC wildcard game at Pittsburgh and beat them. Okay, so I got that wrong. I want to apologize. Okay, they played the Patriots in the 07 divisional round. Of course, Patriots beat them. They played the Chargers, who were seeking revenge, and they changed the game and beat them. Phillip Rivers played on a torn ACL. LaDainian Thompson tried to play hurt, but he couldn't. Antonio Gates had a broke toe. In 06, they were 14-2. The Chargers were, and the Patriots came into their house, San Diego, in the division round, beat them. The Chargers were looking for revenge, and it never happened, obviously, which culminated in a meeting in Phoenix, Arizona, Super Bowl 42. Okay, now this game was a very defensive game because we all know the story. Plaxico Burress it's going to be 21-17 Giants, and Brady laughed at him, said, "We're only going to score 17 points." Tom's old smug ass. Let me say, I remember being a little kid and seeing that shit and just getting, my blood was boiling. I was like, ooh, Tom, Michael Strahan, and Justin Tucker are going to whoop your ass. And I was a little kid back then. I was born in the early 2000s, so I was a little kid during the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, Michael Strahan, get him. Justin Tuck. But I remember that shit in the game, It was starting off slow. Of course, the defensive game. Giants, beat up Tom Brady. Beat him up. This is before the NFL got all soft. Strahan, Justin Tuck, Osami, what's his name? Osi Usamara, I believe that was his name. I forget his name, but how to pronounce it at least. But and they were just beating him up. Justin Tuck had 2 sacks in the game. Of course, Michael Strahan flexing after getting a sack on Brady. And they were slowing him down. They were playing the perfect game plan, Like the Giants radio call guy said, play-by-play call guy said, you got to play perfect to beat the perfect team. And here you go, beating him up. Tuck beating him up, stripping the ball, beating up Randy Moss, beating up Wes Welker. Okay, and the Giants, and the score was it was 10-7, I believe. It was 10-7. Was it 10-7? Yeah, it was 10-7. Okay, when Eli Manning. Okay, it was 7-3. Excuse me, 7-3, and then Eli Manning threw to David Tyree, who, according to Michael Strahan, was practicing bad all week. He had the worst practice in the history of practices and played well in the Super Bowl when the team needed him the most. Eli threw the touchdown to give the Giants a 10-7 lead, and of course Brady found Randy Moss in the end zone to make it 14-10, and then of course we all know the historic drive, which culminated in the helmet catch, the greatest play hands down in Super Bowl history. You know what's funny about this play? There's kind of 2 plays to it. There's, of course, Eli Manning was about to get sacked. And then, according to him, he closed his eyes and threw to the middle of the field. He saw a white jersey through the middle of the field, and, of course, it was caught by Tyree. And you see Rodney Harrison here trying to swipe the ball out of his hands. And according to Plaxico Burress was on Skip and Shin Undisputed a couple years ago. And he said David Tyree ran the wrong route. It's just funny. And Eli Manning was on Undisputed their first year in Super Bowl 51 in Houston. He says the luckiest play in Super Bowl history. Do I agree with that, honestly? No. Skip Bayless says that shit a lot because Skip Bayless is a Tom Brady fan. Anytime shit doesn't go Skip Bayless' way, he always says it was luck. But, hey, I remember Joe Buck saying, Eli Manning stays on his feet, airs the ball down the field, caught by Tyree. And then this. Manning, Burris, lobs it, end zone, touchdown, Giants, touchdown, New York. It was 17-14. Plaxico said it was going to be 21-17. He was kind of right. He was right. The team scored 17 points, but it'd be the Giants. The Patriots scored 14. The league's number 1 offense that year that were beating up and bullying teams, running up the score all year, got held to 14 points, 2 touchdowns. And, of course, Brady tried 2 Hail Marys, and they didn't work. And, well, victory for the Giants. The greatest upset in the history of the NFL. A team that was 18-0, looking to go 19-0. First team since the Miami Dolphins in 1972 to finish the whole season, regular season and post, and Super Bowl undefeated, was shattered by Eli Manning. Eli Manning's legend was cemented. Michael Strahan went out a Super Bowl champion. Here's Brady walking off the field, losing. Bill Belichick ran off the field, didn't shake hands. What a catch, what an upset. Yeah, it was a great game. Okay, again, not being biased, I'm being honest. That was a great game. It's Terry Bradshaw interviewing Michael Strahan, who will go on to be his partner, praying for Michael Strahan. He just tested positive for COVID-19, so praying for him. Hope he gets better. But, he went out as Super Bowl champion, well-deserved, after being for the Giants for 14 years. He was drafted the second round in 93, had a great career, 22.5 sacks in 01, was Defensive Player of the Year, multiple Pro Bowls. 02, the Giants played the 49ers wildcard round and lost in a historic comeback for the Niners, 39-38. And finally he had a rough relationship with Tom Coughlin, but they worked it out, and it culminated in this Super Bowl championship for the Giants. Here he is, second Tom Brady. But anyway, what do y'all think? Is this the greatest Super Bowl ever played? If not, comment down below. Like the video and subscribe. Help a young brother grow on YouTube, Shout out to the Giants. Okay, the New York Football Giants, all right? I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, see ya.